Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 12th biology students, and this is for 8th February 2021. As we are into the revision mode and we are revising in the form of a sample paper. Already we have done 1 and 2, now we are doing sample paper 3. So this will give you a fair idea about how to prepare for your exams, final exams, board exams, and what are the typology of the questions that you will face and how to present your answers. As I have been telling you, being a biology student, most important one is drawing beautiful and scientific diagrams and labeling it. Always substantiate your answers with a beautifully labeled sketch. That will give a lot of impression to your evaluator. So with that in mind, we go to the solutions. Last time around I have given you questions of section A. Now I am giving you the answers. Question A, section A 1. How many spermatozoa are formed from one secondary spermatocyte? Of course, all of you know 4 spermatids are formed from one secondary spermatocyte. All of them subsequently develop into spermatozoa through a process called spermiogenesis. Question 2. From where the parturition signals arise, mother or fetus? Mention the main hormone involved in parturition. Parturition signals arise from the fetus. This triggers release of oxytocin from the maternal pituitary gland. Oxytocin is the main hormone involved in parturition. It is also called happy hormone. Question 3. A test is performed to know whether the given plant is homozygous dominant or heterozygous. Name the test and phenotypic ratio of this test for a monohybrid cross. The question 3, the test cross it has to be 1:1. Question 4, why is tubectomy considered a contraceptive method? In tubectomy, a small part of fallopian tube or oviduct is cut and tied up to block the passage of ova. It prevents fertilization, so it is considered as contraceptive method. Question 5. There is a graph, it is a diagram based question. You need to identify the curves A and B. A is exponential growth curve. When the resources are not limiting, this form of curve appears. And second one is B, logistic growth curve or sigmoid curve, S-shaped. When the resources are limiting, this form of growth curve appears where K represents carrying capacity. Question 6. Mention the type of allele that expresses itself only in a homozygous state in an organism. Question 6th, recessive allele expresses itself only in homozygous condition, as we know, because in the presence of dominant allele, its effect is masked. Law of dominance will come. Question 7. Who had proposed the chromosomal theory of inheritance? All of us know Sutton and Boveri. Question 8. From which plant cannabinoids are obtained? Name any 2 cannabinoids. Which part of the body is affected by consuming these substances? Cannabinoids are obtained from cannabis sativa. Marijuana and hashish are examples of cannabinoids. They affect the heart cardiovascular system. Question 9. Which recombinant vaccine is currently being used in the vaccination program? Of course, you know, hepatitis B recombinant vaccine is currently being used in the vaccination program. Question 10. Name some Indian traditional foods made up of wheat, rice and Bengal gram or their products which involve use of microbes. Wheat product is bread and cake, rice product idli dosa, Bengal gram of course is dokla and kandvi. Question 11. Assertion reasoning is there. Answer is A. Both assertion and reason are correct. Explanation. Turner's syndrome is caused due to the absence of X chromosome. The female suffering from Turner's syndrome is sterile, as ovaries are rudimentary, along with other secondary sexual characters. And there is a choice for this. That is about the duplicate genes. Again, the answer is A. Both assertion and reason are correct. Explanation: duplicate genes are two or more genes found on different chromosomes that produce the same or nearly the same phenotypic effect in the dominant state. They produce the same intensity of effect even when present together. Question 12. Assertion and reasoning. Again, the answer is A. Both assertion and reason are true, and the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Explanation: the IgE, that is immunoglobulins, 5 are there as we know, and IgE primed mast cell releases granules and powerful chemical mediators such as histamine, cytokine, granulocyte, and macrophage colony stimulating factor CSF we say, and leukotrienes, heparin, and many proteases into the environment. These chemical mediators cause the characteristic symptoms of allergy. Question 13. Again, answer is A. Both assertion and reason are true. Explanation: UAA of mRNA, that is stop codon, does not code for any amino acids. So it is a termination or stop codon. If the termination codon is present on mRNA, protein synthesis stops abruptly at a point. Next, question 14. Again, A is the answer. Assertion and reason, both are correct statements, and reason is correct explanation for assertion. Explanation: genetic diversity. A single species might show high diversity at the genetic level over its distributional range. The genetic variation shown by the medicinal plant Rauwolfia vomitoria growing in different Himalayan ranges might be in terms of the potency and concentration of the active chemical, that is reserpine, that the plant produces. India has more than 50,000 genetically different strains of rice and 1,000 varieties of mango. So you need to remember Rauwolfia. Question number 15. Of course, I told you it is based on case study pattern. One paragraph will be given. It's about the organisms and environment, and there will be 5 questions. Of course, you need to answer only 4. Anyway, since it is a key, I am giving everything. Adaptation may be behavioral, morphological, physiological, all of this. Answer is all of this. That means it is behavior, morphological, physiological. Question 2. Openshia has a spine-like leaves which help in, again answer second, A, reducing the rate of transpiration. And third, mammals from colder climates generally have shorter ears and limbs to minimize heat loss. This is called, of course, already we know, Allen's rule. And the fourth, in the absence of an external source of water, the kangaroo rat in North American deserts is capable of meeting all its water requirements through. The answer is B, both. That is A as well as B. The kangaroo rat through internal fat oxidation, second through concentrating its urine. So both A and B are correct. And then assertion reasoning. Answer is A. Both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Why? It is people in high altitude place experience altitude in sickness. Okay. Second reason, altitude sickness is experienced due to low atmospheric pressure of high altitudes. The body does not get enough oxygen. That's why assertion also correct, reason also correct, and the reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Now we move on to one more paragraph, question number 16. We need to read this about the fertilization, double fertilization and all that. There's a paragraph followed by the questions. So first one is, at the lower end, the embryonal axis has the radicle and root cap enclosed in an undifferentiated sheath called coleorhiza, that is B. B is the answer. Then question 2 in 16, the male gametes which moves towards the two polar nuclei located in the cell and fuse with them to produce PEN, primary endosperm nucleus. Then third one, the cylindrical portion below the level of cotyle is, third one, hypocotyle A. And fourth, the grass family cotyledon is called scutellum. That is answer B, scutellum. And the last one, diagram based, which of the following statement is correct for the figure given below? That is the D, stage in embryo development in dicot. D is the one. That is stage. He has given 4 diagrams A, B, C, D. So the answer for this is D, stage in embryo development in dicot. So this is how you need to answer section A. And as I have been telling you, keep separate notebook for this and write question below that answer, question below that answer. Then it will be very, very convenient. So in the